Good evening, dear people. Good evening, friends. Truly amazing. Life is, right? To most of the people, life is truly amazing. Yet to majority of brainwashed and afraid population, life is a misery. Life is a trouble. Life is something that we almost punished to endure. Yet, why? Can we change it? Can we challenge these old views of really vengeful gods and disturbing events that Earth is throwing at us? The lying politicians, greedy bankers. Can we change this view to something more prosperous, more convenient for our soul to heal faster? If you challenge me that your soul is not ill or sick or disturbed or not in peace, then you have a really big problem. Problem of self-indulgence, self-ignorance, problem of being egocentric, self-centered, not wanting to admit that this world is not as it's supposed to be, as it has been created for our true enjoyment. So, title for today: in case of emergency, no life is forever. Yes, we have been breathed into constant state of emergency. We fight for our rights, we fight some fake wars, we've been killed, blown apart, we've been vaccinated to get, early ill than usually. We've been convinced that the history is the only truth that we have to know, and especially the religious guys. We have been taught or brainwashed that the Bible is the most crucial letter of all. Yet how many words in this Bible have, or these verses or chapters stating that life is truly forever? That life as it's such never dies. By committing yourself to idea that you have to die and that's the end, you're basically doing a blasphemy towards a very powerful prime creator, the God of us all. You're telling him that he created something so stupid, so miserable, that will die. First they will suffer all their life, and then they will die even more misery. How many deaths are graceful, happy? How many people sing before they die? Rare ones. Not even suicidal ones. They go and jump off the buildings. They die, or they think they're going to die, and they'll end their misery because they are in a deep shit. They are so deeply programmed that there is nothing else behind the wail or behind the moment of death. Yet when this happens to many of people who, let's say, crossed this threshold and came back in the same body, they realized there is something there. There is a lot of things there. The life never stopped. This thing that people call life in their physical body, it's not only their physical body or physical heart is stopped beating, but something goes on. So what this something is, this is what we're missing. We disconnected our spirit away from our soul, and we only reflecting, or we only observing our physical body as the only proof that we are alive. And then the physical body dies, so-called dies, or disintegrates, or gets injured, or gets killed, then you think that you die. So this was the major notion in every teachings. To me, false teachings. That's why I have this title. We've been taught to live in emergency status, being afraid of death no matter what we do. The way as the children are crossing the sidewalk, or the teenagers has to be sent into the war to fight for some unknown reasons. They're all afraid of death. That's why they have to encourage them. You're so brave, you're going to die, and for your country, your city, your village, I don't know for what people are going to die, especially when they go into the war. Yet they've been really wrongfully taught that we're going to end there. Life continues. So you have to kind of continue carrying the consequences of your very stupid decisions in your previous lives. Yet many of people claiming that they don't remember anything, which is true in most cases. Yet if you really go deep down within your physical and spiritual self, you will find a remembrance of many previous instances. When you killed, why you killed, how did you die? So what are these instances but a proof that life is never ending? Yet we minimize it, we make it minuscule meaning of the life as this is our physical body, heart is beating, and if it's not beating, we're dead. How come people die in accidents, or they have some kind of a tremendous shock or trauma, and then they go in coma? Suddenly their heart is beating, their brain is, let's say, not there fully, and suddenly they come, or after a couple of months, years, they come back from coma. Or sometimes the heart stops after a couple of hours, starts working, everything is fine. I mean, everything is fine on the perspective of, okay, I'm alive. Yet if somebody else have to tell you, like a doctors, or I don't know, these guys who work with the government and they burying people, like morticianers, they have to tell you, are you alive or are you dead? It's very, bad proof of your everlasting life. Why Bible never talks properly about these reincarnations? They were kind of, I cannot say we've been tricked, but we've been subdued into obedience that we always come to this earth as a new baby, trying to remove all our previous experiences so they can feed of us again and again and again on a very fresh kind of feeling of the brand new soul comes to the earth. It's not true. Like we've been damaged with many wrong decisions that we made through previous lives. And I'm not talking 1, 2, 20, it's like hundreds of thousands of lives. Some of these very old beings are here among us, and they have hundreds of thousands of lives. So every of these lives carry consequences why they physically die. Yet nobody is observing these consequences why we cannot start really having some kind of repercussions on our own behavior in this life based on our previous experiences. So you don't cross the street with your eyes covered. You watch left and right because you've been hit before. So what they've done to us, that we every time we come here, we completely cover our eyes, nose, sense of right, sense of wrong. And we continue living like complete little baby idiots who has to learn everything from scratch, which is not true. And this learning from the scratch is very much influenced by the dark agenda of through education, through the parents' upbringing, through greed and jealousy and all the other types of programmings that was, horrendous. It's horrendous on a human soul. That soul becomes so even detached from this physical body, saying, but there's no point. There's no point to live there for 20, 30, 50 years and then kill myself because I'm been depressed or I've been cancer ill or any kind of illness. So where is the end? Where is the end of this kind of behavior? Start intending that you can live indefinite. But you will not be able to live in this kind of ill and physically damaged body indefinitely. And start having a notion that you cannot extend your life with technological means. They can get rid of from you a couple of viruses. They're again man-made, so they can fix them. But how they can fix your soul damage? They cannot. Nor they will point you to this kind of opening into your energetics, that where your soul gets sucked out piece by piece by piece. Every time they do a trauma on you, every time they kill you, or you kill yourself if you're suicidal. So there's really no difference. If somebody else kills you, if you go into war, you're suicidal because you know you're going to eventually be hurt badly, or you will be disintegrated with atomic bombs or any kind of stupid weapons they invented. So imagine, our world is based on inventing stuff how to destroy ourselves. And we're praising these fucking pricks day after day. We're giving them Nobel Prizes. We're giving them best possible money and housing and rewards for their achievements how to better destroy humanity. Are you kidding? Like, who's dumb here? We are. We are as a humanity who doesn't question these kind of beliefs. Besides the point, many of us are questioning it now. Many. Because we know that life is forever. So there is no emergency that can put you in the state of fear that you will be afraid of your puny little life will end and nothing will be after. Have enough courage to stop this degrading behavior towards your own soul and start bringing more of your soul inside your physical body. And by this kind of actions, you'll start healing your body to the level that nobody could explain to anybody else. How come somebody can feel better than ever before as soon as they accepted who they were before? And they will not do this before. If they're greedy, if they're jealous, if they're killers, if they're doesn't matter. All this pretty much human wrongdoings, they're not so human, we recognize them and we decide not to repeat them anymore. This is a place where soul can come and reintegrate its pieces, its own pieces within you, within your physical body. And this will give you a tremendous power over any kind of situation, that you will not have a single emergency in your life. You live peacefully no matter what. You'll be courageous to tell all the fuckers, lawyers, advocates, militant aggressors, government thieves, whoever, media liars. You will tell them right in their face, you're a fucking liar. You CNN, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear you a single word ever again. Not even if they decide to change their story, they're still lying. They have to be eradicated. So you have to be brave enough to tell them to shut up. To tell your medical so-called practitioners who can't wait to have sick people to steal from you your own soul and to impregnate you with an idea of disease that will carry you to the early death. So when you get this straight, you will actually go and start teaching others how to heal themselves, how to completely ignore any kind of medical treatments, these present medical treatments, how to completely ignore these kind of distribution of wealth between very, very rich and everybody else. And you will find enough courage to go into the field where true equality exists, let's say in the financial, which is a crypto coin, which is a Bitcoin, which is ETHEREUM, which is a Trump coin, which is a Putin coin. Same feeling you'll find inside your, let's say, when you overcome any kind of illness. You will not go and teach stupid doctors not to earn that much money or steal much money from pharmaceuticals and from the people's healthcare plans, but you will teach individual people to heal themselves, to really help themselves without any remorse for whatever they've done before, because they will absolutely know they will never ever repeat the same stupid mistakes again, because they will remember them, they will recognize them, and they will be a new teachers, they will be a new healers, they will be a new well distributors to everybody around. So join me, join Denise and me and many others who are here. We can only give you a gentle advice how to live forever.